everybody. My name is Haley.
Hey y'all, I'm Mooly.
Welcome to Courtside Cousins.
You are so beautiful to me. Hey Haley. Hey cousins, I'm Ruthie Bolton.
Hey, cousins, if you made it that far, you have reached episode 6. Because you think you're Ruthie today. I'm AT because I guess one of my labrums is torn.
You got boneless shoulders too. Well, you got
Like
one boneless shoulder.
one. I mean, they talk about it so much. About her shoulders. Lord. Good. Listen, hold on. Big props to AT because there's no way I could be playing basketball with my one shoulder feeling like this.
You barely existing through life right now with one shoulder.
And she out here playing a professional.
My girl out here setting triple double records with no shoulders.
Props every time. Yeah. AT AT has that one for sure. Yeah, that's heal faster. No, but on today's episode we are going to again highlight all of the games from last week. And because last episode we also talked about Tuesday's games, we will be highlighting Wednesday through Sunday. Because a normal WNBA week is Tuesday through Sunday. So next week we'll be back on track with all of the games for a normal week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so starting off we have the Lynx and the Wings, which finished 85-81. Those poor Wings, they're right there.
They are always right there.
Right
Them
there.
in Connecticut. It's never a blowout. It's always so close. And while we're recording this, they play tonight. So somebody gonna get a win tonight.
Somebody.
Both of them can't lose.
You know what? In Kathy's league, they'll find a way.
You know.
They'll find a way. No, but the Lynx they do it every single game.
They do Lynx things.
My favorite statement is Fee's gonna get to the free throw line, and the Lynx are gonna do whatever they can to pull out a game.
I'm about to call her the free throw merchant.
That's what Okay, so yes, in a sense, yes. I think it's between her, Asia, and Slim for the amount of free throws that they take in a game. But you got to realize who always has the ball also. So, and those are not foul baiting players. They just always have the ball and they're always going hard.
Next game, the Valks and the Mystics. The Mystics were right there. Right there. But the Mystics heard us call them mediocre, and they are taking it personally.
I mean, we got to congrats the Valks for their first win.
Yeah. This the game that Shakira took tip out.
Yeah.
I don't have any congratulations for the Mystics. I take all the good stuff I said back because
it wasn't
Shakira.
Personal in the sense of the foul wasn't personal. She can believe whatever she wants to. The foul was not personal. And
yeah, my girl bloody.
If we being objective to the situation, Tip fouled Shakira reaching in, and that's how she got the shoulder. But Tip does no wrong.
That's why you only have one. Listen, shut up.
Tip does no wrong on this podcast.
None. No wrong.
No, but the Mystics are right there, and I do like how they've come out the gate. I mean, I think they started the season 0-12 last season. Mm-hmm. So the fact that they've already won 2 games, congrats. Like, we should be celebrating. I mean, obviously, nothing crazy, but celebrating the fact that y'all went 0-12 and now y'all are 2-3.
Yeah, their rookies are doing their thing.
Yeah.
Sonya and Kiki are showing the F out. Yeah. And I think it does help that they have a new coach a better coach
a strong
than
vet.
what they yeah, than what they've had. They look good this season. They
Yep.
look real good this season.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good to see how the rest of the season turns out for them. I feel like a lot of times the fact that they are a young team is gonna come into play, especially in late situations with against more
Hmm.
experienced teams. But I do believe that they
Which
will.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
That's
because
kind of what
it
happened
happened.
when they played the Aces.
Yes, it happened, and I think that's gonna happen a few more times until they start to learn, how to lock in the fourth quarter in a
Hmm.
close game. But yeah, moving on, we had the Mercury and the Sparks, 89-86. This is the game that we have already agreed on that we both did not go back and watch. And it took me a while to figure out why. And I have none. I literally have no reason why I didn't watch this game. I mean, other than we were recording during it, but like I went
Yeah.
back and watched the Valks and the Mystics, but I did not go back and watch the Mercury and the Sparks for some reason. But I finished 89-86.
That's all we got.
I did see I think Azure had 21, somewhere around there. KP
Hmm.
had like 25.
24.
Something around that area. Um but yeah, the Mercury are a solid team, and like you always say, they don't even have Ka like.
They don't even have Kai yet. Scary hours when they get her back.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know. They might have a few issues just trying to mesh back together by adding Ka back.
Hmm. Especially
But
with them playing so many games without her and kind of getting into a rhythm without her. I
yep,
can see that kind of being an issue, but they're a strong team. I think they'll be able to work it out.
yeah, I think they'll be fine. Next up we have the Fever and the Dream. The Dream had just beat them 2 days prior to this game, but the Fever
Mhm.
came back and they play. This is the season opener for the Dream, their home opener.
Mhm.
They played at State Farm. Fever walked out with the W, 81-76. I would like to say that Ryan Howard does in fact play defense
And she does. She does.
very
And
well.
I think too many people take Ryan and her cute, quiet, sweet demeanor. Y'all underestimate my girl. And she said, not today, not here. We won't be doing it.
I do that is what she said.
I do that. Yeah. I don't like the way that
The
that reporter
reporter,
framed that question
it was a
though.
lot. It was a lot of words, but so little. And I didn't.
It
I
was
mean,
low key disrespectful.
well, she did say, "I don't understand what you mean by like."
If y'all don't know the quote that we're talking about, a reporter asked Ryan, essentially like, how are you able to defend DeWanna Bonner the way that you
How is
are?
it
Like,
possible? How is it
how is
possible?
it
Is the word?
possible for
Yeah,
you to defend DeWanna Bonner the way that you did? And Ryan was like, I don't get what you mean by how is it possible because I
I play
play
defense.
defense. I do this.
So when players start acting like Carl did back in when she was in Chicago, I
Listen, that's my favorite version of Kyle, honestly.
we can't get mad because the way that the question was framed was weird,
I didn't
and
like that.
yeah, I
I
mean
didn't
Ryan
like that.
Ryan didn't either because she kind of like I'm finding
I
it,
was
be
gonna
nice.
say, it take you that long? It does. It does. It does. Ryan said, I'm trying not to look. I know I already got a little spicy in this game. So I'm gonna try to keep it together during the press conference. But you know what you asked me is confusing. What do you mean? How is it possible? Because I'm a defender.
Yeah, I play defense,
Hello?
and she does. I think even Leash got on Thursday and was like Ryan for all defenses. Sure,
I mean, yeah.
I don't see no issue with it. She plays defense. But moving on, we have the Liberty in the Sky. Can you
Liberty Bibberty.
can you say how that ended? Because I
99 to 74. The Liberty got 99. The Sky got 74. You need a moment. The Sky is not my team, so
I have no words to figure out what's wrong with this guy. Well, I have so many words. but don't know how to put them in a way that it's not like rude. But we can start with the preseason, or not even preseason, the off season, and the moves made. Um, I, the
It's been theorized that Tyler was sent to Chicago by Becky Hammond to sabotage this team to avenge Teaspoon because that's her best friend. And I mean,
I mean, it's a crazy. Listen, it's a crazy conspiracy theory,
but it's making a little bit of sense.
if you did not watch the WNBA and you saw that theory, you'd be like, oh wow, like that. It was believable in the sense that what the heck are the Sky doing? Players stop passing the ball. Shooters stop shooting. There's no reason why Angel and Cam are leading this team in a game in assist. Like this is your 4-year 5. The guards need to get it together. But anyway, I won't. I think I've gone off enough on threads about this game,
They led us astray because they looked amazing in preseason.
and we get it. Brazil was mostly high school players, but it was just the thought of okay, y'all know where to
Didn't they
pass
play
the
two
ball.
preseason games?
They did. Their other game was against. No, they had 3. They played twice against Minnesota.
And they looked good against
They look
them.
good. I mean, and like, everyone was like, well, Fee is not playing at her best. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the other team and how they're playing. I'm worried about how this team is passing the ball starter to
They
starter. Like,
looked good.
because at the end of the day, you start the game starter to starter in the preseason. So
Hmm.
it's like you guys are playing pretty well and holding your own, in a sense of like ball movement, like the ball is moving. And then you get to the season to start, and it's like, Jesus Christ. And like, granted, they haven't had no like easy teams to play.
It's
Like,
not an easy team to play in the W.
it
Like
isn't. These teams
all
are
of these
stacked.
teams are, yeah.
Yeah,
It's some of the best players in the world.
yeah.
It's not an easy team to play, but Chicago has just been getting mollywopped. Okay, yikes.
I want to cry about it, but we'll move on. We'll move on. So we had the Lynx in the Sun.
Let me tell you something. The Sun were up the entire game.
The Sun let everybody, the whole women's basketball community, down that day.
I thought they were taking that game to the house. They were up the entire game. And then in the fourth quarter, Nafisa decided to be Nafisa, and Natisha Hardeman was also like, I shoot threes now. Surprise.
I play defense, like still fast break. This fast break, free throws, all in like the fourth quarter. Like I turned away from the game, and I was like, "No, what
I
happened?"
took a shower.
Well, it's the
Took
fact
a
that I
shower.
posted before the run even happened. I said, "Are the Lynx about to do what the Lynx always do?" And I had all these Lynx fans in my comments going, "Yeah, yeah, like we're really about to do this." And in my head, I was like, "Nah, I don't think they could pull this off," and they did, and won by 6.
I got in the shower and Connecticut was up by 14. And I got out of the shower and I was like, now wait a minute. It don't take me that long to bathe. It's only been about 20 minutes. What has happened?
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna get their first win against the Lynx, and that's some bragging rights right there.
because I mean, if you're gonna get your first one against the Lynx, would have been crazy.
Come on now.
But that's
But they
another team
almost
that's
had they
right
were
there.
right there.
They're
They
right
were
there.
right there.
Yeah, but I think, well, like you
But
said,
that
tonight we'll see with the Wings and the Sun and see if that's even a close game. Because one team might come out here blowing the other team out the water,
right.
and
But
I
I
can't tell you
think
who.
the Sun are kind of in the same boat as the Mystics. They have Tina and they have Marina, but that's really the most experience they have on that team. That's a young team.
Well,
And then you got the Lynx that have years. They got experience on that team,
experience
and it showed. It
in the
showed in
fourth
that
quarter.
fourth
Yeah,
quarter.
where are you even going with this young team? Experience that the Lynx have over the Sun, and I think like I always say for the Wings, like they're gonna eventually get it together and pull something together because they like you said, they have Tina, they
Marina.
have Marina, so they have the players or like some vets that can play.
Hmm.
They just gotta piece it all together.
Yeah. Next we got the Aces and the Mystics. Again, I thought the Mystics were going to win this.
Yeah,
They led the Aces the
for a while.
entire game.
For a while.
The
For a very
whole
while.
game until the fourth quarter.
Like the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because we went into the last 3 minutes down like 13 or something crazy.
It was actually insane. Like in Mystics, Sun, Wings experience. Well, I can't even say that for the Wings because I feel like the Wings aren't too young. I mean,
I mean, nobody
it's a new
on the
team.
Wings team other than Maisha Hines Allen has been in the league longer than 5 years.
You're right. So yeah, they're still a pretty young team. Um,
And maybe Arike, because I don't know what draft class she was in.
yeah, was that 2018?
Her and Maisha Hines Allen are the oldest two players on that team, though.
So yeah, they're still a young team. But yeah, Wing Sun, Mystics experience,
Yeah.
and the Aces just have more experience. The Lynx have more experience, So I think they'll get it together. But yeah, those last 3 minutes, I think I kept turning the game on and off.
It was a stressful watch, which the last couple Aces games have been stressful watches. Um, but the Mystics led the Aces up until the fourth quarter, the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, and then Asia
There's a
was
reason.
Asia.
There's a reason why Asia leads the whole team in every major stat category.
Every single one.
Because the amount of core strength, the amount of basketball IQ you have to have as to, like you're falling. You're falling. This could end up as a travel. It could end up as a loose ball, and you still get the ball to Jackie Young to tie the game.
Hmm.
And
And
then
then,
Asia could have pulled what she did on the sky and take that ball down for a layup. But to know that they were going to collapse, pass it out to Jewel.
and Jewel hit that buzzer beater, game winning three.
Yeah,
Beautiful basketball.
I love Asia so much. Asia can do no wrong in my eyes. Quite literally. She's
Asia and Tip. There are other players. As we keep talking, there'll be more people
more
added to the list for, right now, Asia and Tip
because
up
Natasha
there
Cloud is
together.
another one for me. You can do no wrong.
Yeah, she's on the list. I
Yeah.
love her. I hate that she with the Liberty because oh,
Yeah.
but she looks so good with them.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting game. It was a stressful game to watch as an Aces fan. As
Hmm.
a basketball fan, it was entertaining.
It was a good game.
So entertaining. So again, with the Mystics and these other young teams, it'll be great to see how they start to piece stuff together for the rest of the year or for the
Hmm.
season. But moving on, we have the Valks and the Sparks.
I didn't watch that game either. I don't know what it is about the Sparks this season. I'm not interested in watching them. I will do my best. Yeah. I
So this is when I got the DM. I got the DM from someone saying, because we don't know what the Valks are doing, but they said, I believe that the Valks are so dysfunctional that they might just pull out a good season. And I told them possibly. Because it's so much going on. And I realized actually, because we talked about this before, they have a lot of foreign rookies.
hmm
They're actually doing, like, if you're looking at all the rookies debuting and that were just drafted, their rookies are like up there with like Sonia Citron in terms of like points per game. They're up
hmm
there in steals. They're like they have some solid rookies. They're just foreign
we
players
don't know them.
that
Yeah.
we can see, come through college and stuff like that. But yeah, that team might just be so dysfunctional that they pull off a playoff spot. So, yeah,
Playoff in
it,
the first year, I don't know.
I mean, no. So, well, listen. whoever was on Threads and said, "Do y'all think that the Valks can win the championship?"
No, that's crazy.
You're crazy. Now, could they potentially? Okay, I can give you 5 teams that the Valks can knock out for the eighth spot. The Sky,
Yeah.
um, the Sun, the Wings. Young, they're young and they're gonna get it together. Yes, but that's three. Um,
You said five very confidently, and we only
I
got
did.
three.
Hold on,
You finding it?
I'm finding it. Listen. I know who is gonna make the playoffs for sure. Um, at least 7 of them. I think they could take the Sparks. I think the Valks can take the Sparks, especially if they stay injured.
Let me see. The Sparks at the yeah, they kind of at the bottom of my list. So
Wait, that's is that not 5? Sky, Sun, Wing,
Wings, Sparks.
Sparks,
That's four.
Mystics. They're
I
young.
think the misses might surprise us.
I just no. Listen, but I just think it's gonna be like if the Valks were to take that last spot in the playoffs, those are my 5 teams that I think the Valks can take on this whole. I mean, because look at the rest of the team: Liberty, Lynx, Mercury, Storm, Dream, Aces, Fever.
We'll get there.
We will. No, I mean we will. But if the Valks were to make the playoffs, I believe they would have that last spot. And those 5 teams that I named are the teams that I believe that they could beat out. I think the playoffs are going to come down to the Valks, the Sparks, and the Mystics for that last spot.
We'll make some type of note to come back to episode 6 towards
Yes.
the end of the season and see.
Actually, while I'm rewatching this video, I will make a graphic to post so y'all can hold me to it. I mean,
All
I
right.
always I always stand on my word. Like, if I'm wrong, and I'll admit it. But if I'm right, oh, I'm talking cash about it.
We'll see.
But yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see. But moving on.
Next game, Storm versus Mercury.
Yes, Lord, the Storm looked good. The Storm looked good, and
I
I hate
hate to
that.
say it.
And I hate it because I just didn't know how. Like, I think you had mentioned, Jewel was a big part of their offense.
Culture. That was she was their franchise player for a while.
Yeah, and then you had NECA. But I don't know. I just didn't know how they were going to piece together, and that's why I have Skylar for possibly a most improved award. Um, because she has really stepped up into their offense, and
Mhm.
the offense starts and runs through Skylar and NECA and Gabby.
They look good.
They just, Lord, yeah, they
As
do.
a team, they look very, very good. I was not expecting that. I'm not happy about it. Um, I didn't mind it until the other day, which again, we'll get to that, but
But no, wait, actually, before we get there, because we will get there, I do believe the Aces do, in fact, like each other. I'm just saying.
we'll get to that. I want to address that fully
I just
when we get to the bottom.
had to put
Storm
that out.
versus Mercury, that score was 77-70. Um,
Mercury
two
still look
good,
good. Like, I'm not taking anything away
yeah, two
from
strong teams playing against each other. They look good.
them. Yeah. Now, Liberty and Fever, you mentioned they've been talked. This game's been talked about enough, and the fact
This
that
game has been the WNBA acts like this was the only game that happened last week, but the only part of it that happened was the third quarter. That's it. They don't talk about the fact that the Fever did not indeed win this game.
and did not. What
But
are the Fever like? 2-3, 1, 2.
yeah.
No, 3-2, 3-2.
But if you only watch the clips in between games from the WNBA, you would be led to believe that the Fever won this game. The Fever swept the Liberty. I mean, just blew them out of this game. They did not.
Special shout out to the local New York news anchor
Cause
because
what he say?
they replayed that last play of the game, and the news anchor was like, she tried to sell that call like a sniper had shot her. And so respect, because he was riding for his city, you know. But yeah,
And shout out to Natasha Cloud for just basically saying that that last play was very predictable. We knew exactly what she was gonna do, so it made it easy to defend.
yeah, and the fact that you can call
But
out the whole play in a post game and
play
go,
for
yeah,
play,
they were gonna run this down screen and this up screen, and I knew if I got bumped, then she was gonna get the shot. But if I didn't
she
get
was gonna
bumped,
go
then
left and blah blah blah. Like
all right, okay, LeBron, like calling
predictable,
out the other team's
predictable.
play. Yeah,
What I did not like is Stephanie White getting in the presser and one saying that the officials lost in that game. They did not.
they someone had a triple double, including turnovers. I will not name who because I don't feel like talking about to their fans about it, but that could be a reason, you know.
That could be a reason.
The fact that y'all had multiple shots at the end of the game that just did not fall.
Could be another reason why y'all lost the game.
But sure, let's
But
blame it on the ref.
I do not like, and I'm a reference Cass's video. If y'all don't follow her, WBB.365.
Yeah.
She made a video that I saw this morning about that subject. And she basically said what all of us are thinking. The Fever this year are really playing this victim card. Like that's their MO for the season. We are the victims. Everybody hates us. Everything against us is just so unfair. Nothing is called our way. And it's the total and complete opposite. Nothing could be farther from the truth.
Because in my head, I see like a BG who's getting all these moving screens, and y'all just running into a brick wall. We can't help that you're running into a brick wall. But AB and Natasha Howard could push and pull and
Throw
skate and
elbows,
nothing. So we want
nothing.
to talk about foul calls. I think the Fever are like second in the league for like fall or fouls called like in their favor or whatever. But I
But
digress.
y'all are being treated unfairly.
I digress.
It's egregious, even, is the word that was used.
I digress.
But yeah, I hate that we have to walk on eggshells around this team because their fan base cannot take constructive criticism without jumping to being hateful, without jumping to being racist, without doxing and death threats. It's crazy. It's insane. But the way that y'all are treated is egregious.
But yeah, quickly
Lord
moving on.
forbid y'all take accountability.
Quickly
Lord
moving on. Because
forbid.
listen.
Anyway,
Because I made it real clear. Dream, Sky, Aces. Those are my teams. And I can get real, and you can see in my threads, I'm real about what the teams are going through, need, what we're messing up on, and the fact that I can talk about that freely about my team. And I know no Aces, no Sky, no Dream fans are gonna be like, "You're a hater."
nobody
Um,
is gonna tell me to take my monkey ass back to Africa if I talk freely about my teams.
yep.
But should I say anything about the Fever? The silence is very loud. Anyway, next game, Dream and the Wings.
Which is again another close game for the Wings.
Mm-hmm. It was a good game.
This was a great game for Leash because she struggled against the Fever.
Mm.
Came out, had 27 points. She even stated, "I have never been that open from three." She had a hell of a game. This dream team might be getting it together in terms like as long as everyone can stay healthy.
Yeah, which we got an injury in this game.
It's
Paige
when
and Papal had some type of contact, and Paige, like if you watch the replay, like her hand hit Pal's face some kind of way, but it injured her eye to the point where she wasn't able to come back out for the jump ball between them, and she ended up being disqualified from that game, which we still don't have an update on what her injury was, but I think she's probable to play tonight.
No, she's not on. She's not a. She's wow. That's not English. She is not on the injury list
Injury report.
at
Okay.
all tonight. So
But we did not know what her injury was, but she was not with the team the following. They played back to back. She wasn't with them when they played the Sun the next day.
you want to know
But
what's egregious? The schedule.
that no, for real. But the Dream looked good. Well, Leash looked good. Ryan is in a little bit of a shooting slump,
It
but
is.
she's shooting herself out of it. She trying anyway.
Yeah. Shooter's gonna shoot.
What she's not, what she's lacking in points, she's making up in everything else because she
Literally
took
almost had
on,
a double double.
yeah, she
Yeah.
took on some of the point guard roles in that game because they were down to just Shatori being the only person that can run point, and I mean Ryan can play everything. So
Hey, if we be for real, Ryan can get down there, down low. She's a 6'2".
I think that's what we said.
Yeah, she's like 6'2". She can get down there and play the four if needed. If
Hmm.
needed. But yeah, no, it's good seeing them all come together. Because moving on to the next game, if
Well,
we're
the score
being
to this one was 83-75.
yes, if we're
Dream
being
one,
so for real, and we did take a normal week, the Dream have played 4 games within a week, within a WNBA week.
which is insane,
Like,
and won 3 of them.
yeah, we being so for real. Yeah, they
They've
did.
won 3 of them,
Yep.
and I will say they played back to back. They played the Wings one day, the Sun the following day, without BG, without Jordan, without Pow Pow. Wasn't it 4 people out?
Hold on.
Because they were down to, oh no, they only have 11 players this season, but they were
Yeah,
down to
they were
eight
down to 8
players.
players on a back to back. They
And
looked tired, but both teams did.
they looked tired. However, the score was 79-55. They did good. My girl Maya Caldwell, when I say she had Marina in absolute hell
Hell, indeed.
that entire game. Marina was so frustrated.
And no, I think our player of the game actually for that game was Nia Coffee.
Hmm.
Nia
Nia
Coffee
got hurt, went to the locker room to get
came back,
her forehead taped
taped
up.
up.
The tape had to be changed because my girl came back out, got in the game, was sweating so bad that the bandages were coming off, and was
Yes.
still out here showing the fuck out. Nia did what needed to be done. She reminds me a little bit of Fee because she's so quiet in the games. And like you see the box score at the end of the game, you're like, dang, Nia
Because
did a lot.
I want to say when like watching the game and then going to the box score, like in my head, I was like, okay, I've watched the game. Eye test says, Lee should have like a player of the game for this game, or like even Maya for her defense. And then I'm looking at the
Hmm.
box score and I was like, Nia gave us both offense and defense.
Hmm.
And it was so silent.
I think a lot of players on the Dream are um what's the word I'm looking for? I'm having a brain fart. Underrated. They don't get the
Yeah,
attention that they deserve.
they
It
don't.
is a lot of talent in Atlanta, and it surprises people when they do well because they don't get the attention that they deserve.
Like, I mean, you have your big three. I mean, even I feel like even Bree Jones has fallen down because it's hard to have such a stacked team, like, or to have like to like look at a team and be like, oh my god, like they got 4 really good players. But I mean, they got like 5, like the whole starting lineup, and then but you're only
And I
talking
mean, to
about
be honest, the bench too.
the
They
bench,
have good players.
great players. And you're looking at it as there's usually not more than 2 players on any given team, 2, 3 players on any given team that's talked about. I mean, even when
Mhm.
somebody did the reporting for like even the Aces, right? They had like mentioned Asia, Jewel, and like Chelsea, and then somewhere else it was like
Chelsea, and we were like, Jackie,
Jackie,
it's
and
right
then
there.
somewhere else it was like Asia, Jackie, and Jewel, and I was like, okay, now you're missing Chelsea, but you don't highlight more than 2 to 3 players on a team,
Hmm.
you know? Because I mean, even if you look at the Liberty. Liberty the same way for me. Like in my head, I can tell you, oh yeah, they got a great big three. It's four of them actually.
Hmm.
Like
Now,
Tosh is,
well, it was 4 last year too.
it was, but like Tosh is getting the like all the attention right now because she has brought so much energy to Liberty. But like,
Hmm.
it's still like Tosh, Sabrina, Stewie, and Jonquel.
And last season, it was all 5 of them. It was Stewie, Jonquel, Sabrina, Sloot, and Badaja. But you only talked about the big 3. You only really talked about Stewie, Sabrina,
Sabrina,
and JJ.
Jonquel. Yeah. Yep. But it happens, and that's why like even somebody had commented on our post and was like, "Well, Tosh has always been good." Tosh, yes, Tosh has been a good player. Tosh has had an uptick in offense and defensive production
Hmm.
with the Liberty to start the season, and that's why I believe that she could be in the talks for most improved player. But yes, she did fall behind the fact that Ka, BG, and DT were all on the team.
Hmm.
Yes, I understand it, innocent. But yeah, um, moving
Moving on
on.
to the Sparks and the Sky.
Yep. Can you read off
You
the
want me to do
score?
this one too? I
Yeah,
got you. The Sparks
please.
had 91 and the Sky had 78.
Thank you. At one point the Sky were leading, and were within reach. I think the Sky opened up on fire. The Sparks came back a little. It's still at one point I think I looked at the score and it was like 47-45 or something like that. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be a good game. And then they once again stopped making baskets, stopping the other team from making baskets. Um, the Sky are breaking my heart. Kennedy's out there kissing and
Breasts,
signing breasts
boobs.
out in
When I saw the
Mexico.
video, I said, Kennedy, girl,
Like you're having the
she's living her
time of your
best life.
no, listen, and it's so crazy to like see videos of her having like going off, 20, 30 points. And then like seeing these like, the video of her signing, breasts and all this other stuff, as well as the people like their fans outside waiting on her, and then coming back to the league and it's like the Sky, what are y'all doing? Like, and that's what's breaking my heart more than anything. And someone had tried to say, oh well, they couldn't afford her.
Kennedy is probably making a bag
Oh
right
no, 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 no.
now. And to be fair, these teams might not be able to afford her now.
But I think the Sky are sitting with 12 players on their roster. There's a lot of teams who opted for 11. The Dream being one of them. I would rather y'all had opted for 11 just to make sure y'all can secure Kennedy. I'm just saying. Because like I just looked at the last Sky post for this game actually. Angel had 13 and 12. That's normal for Angel. That's what Angel was putting up in a sense of last year. What's missing, and you lost by 13. What's missing is you don't have a player who averaged 19 something points a game last season. But I digress on the Sky. I have no more words. You know what? You know how your parents yell at you and yell at you and yell at you? And then they hit you with the I'm disappointed. And that hurts more. I'm disappointed in the Sky. Because I expect more. But we'll move on. We'll move on.
Mercury and the Mystics. That was a good game.
It was. The Mercury, well, no. Yeah, the Mercury came out firing, and I was like, whoa, Mystics might just get blown out. Then Sonya and Slim,
Kikiola.
not even, I mean, Kiki just played steady throughout the game, but like Sonya and Slim stepped up in like the second quarter and brought the game like back together for them. And because like I said, I thought it was gonna be a blowout. Is how it started. And then in the fourth, heading into the fourth, the Mystics were up, and I think that the Mercury went on like a 12-4 run.
That's where the experience kicks in again.
what did Coach say? I just put the ball in AT's hands. and between her, Satu, and Monique, they did exactly what needed to be done in the fourth quarter to pull up the game.
Mm-hmm.
Experience. But yeah, moving on. You want me to handle it?
You got it.
Okay. Well, the Storm and the Aces played a basketball game.
Did
Um,
did the Aces play?
I was just about to say, but I think only the Storm showed up for this game. And actually, let me really listen, because I told you I could get real with my teams, but let me really listen. The Storm outscored the Aces by 14. The first quarter was 34-20. They outscored them by 14 points just in the first quarter. You lost by 20. The Aces outscored the Storm by 2 in the second half. They ran neck and neck in the second half. But when you're getting blown out by 20 some in the first half, what do you expect?
Especially when your shots are not falling.
You're no
You
ball
turning
movement,
the ball over.
no
You
defense.
not playing defense at all. At all. The Storm literally had their way with the Aces.
Every which way,
But loose.
but loose. Um,
I I feel like you with the Sky. I'm disappointed
I'm
to the
disappointed with this
point
game too.
where like they showed Becky towards the end of the game, and Becky had her legs crossed and was just
Drink her drink.
chilling. And I was like, "Oh, Becky don't care. Why are we stressed out?" And then I saw that presser. Becky was hotter than fish grease. Becky sat down for a solid 2 seconds and said, "Okay, cool," and got up. And they were like, "Hold on, hold on. We got questions on Zoom." Becky stayed there for maybe 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hotter than fish grease. Very short answers, very to the point. Asia and Jewel came in. I don't remember what Becky said. Becky said something about Kit getting minutes because she got out there. She did what needed to be done.
Yeah,
She's showing that she can handle more minutes. And Asia kind of looked up at her like, "Yeah, I agree with that." And Becky did not acknowledge Asia existed. And she was like, "Right." She pissed. She pissed. She pissed. It was somebody in the comments said, "Oh, they know they getting a whooping when they get home."
but here, that's what I'm saying. So back to the whole parent and the mad versus disappointed. I think Becky now has to take a. It's now past. I'm pissed at how you're playing. Now it's I'm disappointed in how you're playing, and I need y'all to lock in. Not for like if I was Becky, I'd be like, I need y'all to lock in, not just for me. I need y'all to
For
lock in for each
y'all.
other, for your team, for yourself. Because you have the talent. And I think there's still it's what is this game 5? Like you still have
4 or
time.
5.
Yeah, you still have time to gel, but you don't have much time because then you're going to be looking at a record that's putting you outside the playoffs. So you
Hmm.
have to start to get it together right now. Y'all have to lock in for each other.
I feel like I feel like personally the bench played harder than the starters did. I think every person that came in off of the bench had a little more heart in their game than the starters did.
So let me break down the score, right? They lost by 20. Another
That
key
is
piece
insane to say.
another key piece to this is Erica Wheeler. What did they say? Drug test her
Immediately.
immediately. Because this is the same player that I've seen Storm fans say, "Why is she on this team? Why is she playing this many minutes?" And you come out. I mean, I guess she must have seen it too because she came out and said, "This is why I'm on the team. This is why I'm
He
making the
took it personally. 21 points off the bench. Three after three after three. Erica Wheeler went 8 for 11.
And you started on like, yeah, what was it, 70? What is that? It was like 78% or something like that for the game.
Just to put this in reference, retrospect a little bit, Asia went 5 for 11. Asia Wilson went 5 for 11.
And it was your post, wasn't it? That somebody else
Yeah,
posted?
somebody said that they took their friend to the Storm Aces game. It was their first WNBA game. And now they think that Erica Wheeler is a better player than Asia Wilson.
No shade, no tea, but that's embarrassing as I don't know.
Are y'all not ashamed?
And listen again, no shade, no tea to Erica, to the Storm on that aspect. But is this not embarrassing for y'all that we have the best player on the team, our best player in the league, in the world, and somebody out there truly, just because this is their first game and this is what they saw, believe that you're
Erica
not
Wheeler is
the
better
best?
than Asia. Now, no, like you said, no shade to Erica Wheeler. Is obviously a great player. Otherwise, she wouldn't have a spot in this league. She would not have lasted in this league as long as she has.
Yep.
Did she have a better game than Asia? Absolutely. Is she a better player than Asia? No. It's not many people that we can say are on Asia's level. She's out of this world. She's just different. And not a lot of people, was a couple of people when I shared that was like, no, don't disrespect E-Dub like that. Don't do Erica Wheeler like that. I'm not doing her any type of way. She's not a better player than Asia Wilson. She's an amazing player. Otherwise, she would not be in this league. I'm not taking
Yes.
that from her, but she's
This
not a better player
The
than Asia.
embarrassing part falls on the Aces, not the Storm, and not on Erica. It's embarrassing in the fact that we four Olympians. Meg's out. I'm trying to think who else. Tip's no longer. So yeah,
Four
four
Olympians.
four Olympians played in this game, and you got
Well,
whooped by 20.
they had 3 Olympians on their team as well. So
True.
maybe if I look a little deeper, maybe more than 3, but I know for sure 3 because they got
No,
Gabby,
because
Dom, and Skylar.
let me think. I'm trying to think this anymore. Gabby,
Dom,
Dom.
Skylar. Who else is on that team? Ezzy. They have 4 too.
As he played for Australia.
Australia, yep. Okay, so it's 4 Olympians against 4 Olympians.
But these aren't four. But
Okay,
listen,
fair.
listen.
But
These aren't four U.S. Olympians. You know, like if we been again, and I try not to take the narcissistic side of, yes, there are other countries out there, but like the U.S. has dominated women's basketball.
since 96.
So like, yes, you played in the Olympics, and I love that for you. You represented your country. I love that for you. But USA women's basketball has dominated the Olympics, the World Cups, the World Championships, the FIBA, the this, the that, the 3x3, the USA basketball has dominated that. And it breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart every time I hear somebody say the Aces have four or five, Olympians. They do, in fact. We know this. Can we all collectively play like it?
I just I don't know. The last 2 games, the Aces have just not looked like the Aces. Like there was the fourth quarter in that Aces missed it game that was Aces basketball. Those first 3, I even give them the third quarter. They looked a little better, but they really looked like themselves by that fourth quarter. This particular game, I think they left Aces basketball in Vegas. They forgot to bring it with them.
Well, here's my thing. And I think this is the first start. I need Becky to put back on the blazer hoodie combo.
We need Becky because we keep getting Rebecca and we don't know her.
The slick back ponytail, I put it in a bun.
A cute little a little windbreaker. Hey, hey, no.
I don't like it.
Hoodie blazer combo.
This don't even feel like I'm not even getting the same aura that I used to
A
get.
bun.
Something. That's step one. Step two is play. Just everyone's got to be on the same accord. And back to my other statement, the Aces do in fact like each other. The chemistry is there.
Okay, so this is in reference to this post-game interview that Erica Wheeler did. And the interviewer asked her something, and I'm paraphrasing loosely, something along the lines of, how did you guys pull out this win against the Aces? And she said very snarkily, I mean, first of all, we like each other. And what was that in reference to?
And then continued with like we like basically. I'm paraphrasing again,
We
but like
trust
we trust our vets. We like our vets. We listen to our
to our
vets.
vets. We trust NECA and Skylar to lead this team. So I didn't take that to mean that the Aces don't like each other. What I got from that was shade towards Jewel,
In a sense, yes.
because it was given you were not able to take direction from NECA and Skylar, and they have been in the league longer than you. And Jewel has been in the league longer than Skylar.
But
One.
here's my thing though. Erica
Has she?
had this.
I might have made that up.
Erica had this to say. You weren't even on his team last year.
You weren't on this team last year because you
You
were being very tokenist in Indiana last year.
the what is it? What were they called? The crash out committee. The
Yeah,
whatever.
you were keeping homegirl from getting ejected from games,
So
shucking
it's
and
like
jiving
it'll
on
be different.
the
It'll be different. And
sideline.
like, listen, because the Aces posted a video of I think it was like Ezzy,
Jordan,
Jordan,
Ezzy, Nika.
Nika, and I don't know if that was I couldn't tell if that was before. No, because they were all in their
No, that
jerseys.
was right after.
That
It
was
was
right
right
after
after
the
the
game.
game. Yeah, they showed that.
So it was good seeing them, and I mean, me and you talked about it, and like you had said, we don't know the story, so we can't speak on that.
Right.
All I know is what Jewel has said out loud in public, and that's the fact that
He's
her
happy now.
that her issue was never at the time was not with the team, like the players. It was with the coaching staff. Now, whatever happened between then and now could have changed, yes, for sure. But again, we don't know what happened because we weren't there. So
And I don't like what Erica Wheeler said because it's further fueling
fueling
the assumptions
fans.
that people have.
And this is
Yeah.
what I told people. I said a lot of stuff that happens in the beefs and the rivalries and all that comes from the fans. Like
Hmm.
to like even with Caitlyn and Ryan, like these were like teammates. Like they in the previous game they were messing with each other, and now it's
Hmm.
Ryan hates her. Y'all are starting stuff that never needed to happen. But I'm just doing a lot of I digress. But I digress on that conversation.
Going back to the Fever Atlanta game, we did get my newest vocal stem. You in Atlanta? Because I say it every day, randomly for no reason. Am I in Atlanta? No, I'm
No,
in
I'm gonna
Memphis.
say neither of us being in Atlanta. But
But do I say it on every day? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's gonna stick with us.
that's a cute little bow to wrap up the games with. That was a very stressful week. Atlanta and the Aces, I love y'all, but it is very complicated. Y'all stress me out to no end. Y'all can never have y'all shit together on the
On the
same
same day.
day in the same week.
I think I
Never.
posted and I said I will never know peace because
Never.
my teams can't win on the same day.
Oh, and then you a Sky fan too. Bless your heart.
Never gonna know peace. Like, and I hate that. For me, because I think the last time I celebrated was last Tuesday when when both the Aces and the Dream, and I said y'all can't tell
Won.
me, huh?
When they both
Yeah,
won.
yeah. When they won, and I was like, hey, y'all can't tell me nothing. What my team's won tonight? And I was like, that's just because the Sky didn't play. But y'all couldn't tell me nothing that night. And then the Dream, and I was like, all three of them play on the same day. I said, if we could pull 2 wins out of this, I'll be okay. The Dream handled business early in the day. The other two teams did not.
Not so
One of these
much.
days, and y'all are gonna see it on threads because I'm going to act a fool about it. If all three win on the same day or within like 2 days of each other, I will be acting full. But yeah, moving on to our power rankings.
You want to go
Um,
first?
hold on. I just have to preface my power rankings. I have to preface my power
Well, I look like I'm
rankings.
missing a team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay.
Yeah, I have my 13. So I'm prefacing mine with the fact that I got real objective and realistic with these teams.
I'm going to change mine up. I got a little realistic as well.
Okay. I feel yeah. But yeah, so I feel like right now in this moment, the Liberty are a better team or is the best team in the league right now. Right now at this moment. These are my power rankings for right now. Please don't get it twisted. Some of these teams can move around, but right now, I believe the Liberty are the best team in the league right now. Then I have the Lynx because Fee and the Lynx are gonna do what they do. Um, the next two are hard for me because the Storm did beat the Mercury, but they're just two good teams that went against each other, and the Storm ended up taking out the win. But I do have the Mercury in third, the Storm in fourth. These next three were also difficult in the sense that you cannot tell me the Fever are better than both the Dream and the Aces. So it goes Storm, Dream, Aces, Fever. And then we're going to round it out with the Valks and their dysfunction. The Mystics, because I do believe they're better than the Sparks right now in this moment. But then the Sparks, Wings, Sun, and then the Sky. And I've already pre-warned Threads that the Sky are in the bottom for my power rankings. Like, and they need to be. And the Sky fans came and said they deserve it because they're playing like the worst team in the league. Because out of all three undefeated, or all three non-win teams, the Wings,
They're
Sun, and
the
the Sky,
non-winningness.
they're the non-winningest. Because
Like
the Wings
the
and the
sun
Sun are
and
right
the
there.
wings, they
They're
be
right
real
there.
close.
The
It be
Sky,
a real gap
the
with it.
Sky though, are 0
It
and
be a
3,
bit of a gap.
and they've pissed me off every single one of those games. So that is my power rankings. I will let Molly tell you all hers. I'm
So
trying to see if
mine,
I
I
want.
have the
Wait, sorry. I want to see if I want to out you with your current list, but I'm gonna let it ride. Go ahead.
so I have the Lynx first just because they've played more games than the Liberty. So they have more wins currently than the Liberty. So I have them first, which was hard for me because y'all know I don't like the Wildcats. I'm not a fan of the Wildcats at all. Not a fan of the statues, but I do love Stewie. I do love Sabrina, and I do love Tosh. So I have them at number two. I have the Aces at number three. Hey, hey, okay. I have them at number three because I'm delusional and I feel like that they're gonna pull it together. However, if I'm being realistic, I would put the Dream at number three, the Mercury at number four, the Storm at number five, the Aces at number six. Then I have the Mystics, the Fever, the Sparks, the Valks, the Wings. I think I got the Sun and the Sky mixed up. It should be Sun then Sky. The Sky should absolutely be at the bottom. But the delusional me wants the Aces to stay in the top three because that's where they belong. However, that's not how they're playing. They are playing like they don't remember who they are. Y'all, you remember on Space Jam when they had lost their powers, the Monstars had lost their powers. That's how they playing right now. That's what they look like.
No
They
wait,
need some of Mike's special stuff.
was it the Monstars that no the Monstars stole the powers?
They stole their powers from the NBA players, right?
The Toon Squad.
Yeah.
Well, no, they stole the powers from the NBA players. Yes, you're right. To beat or to try to beat up on the Toon Squad.
hmm They
But
need some of Mike's super secret stuff or whatever was in the bottle, and it wasn't number water. But maybe I need to put a shot of Jack or something in it. I don't know, but Crack? I don't know what they need.
Wait, wait, wait. Okay, maybe, but
And it's working for. Well, I won't say that, but it's
someone has a
two
lot of
people with
energy,
crackhead. It's two people with crackhead energy right now.
and they be running up and down the court, up and down the court, skipping, hopping, like.
It's working for them. So maybe just a hit.
But drum roll, everybody! Our courtside cousin player of the week.
Gonna let Haley handle this because I cannot say this.
It's one, Nafisa Collier. Fee, I think when I sent you that screenshot, I said Fee has had such a silent, because the Lynx are undefeated, but she had such a silent week. On like, you put up 33, you put up 25, you put up like 27 within the week, and it was so silent.
Didn't get talked about because the third quarter of the Fever
You're
Liberty
right.
game
You're
got
right.
talked about.
You're right. You're right. That's
So
what the WNBA has been talking about. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. So yeah, we give it to Fee. She had
moving.
an unbelievable week, including a. So if you don't know what fantasy points are, she finished that game against the Sun with 66 fantasy points, and I think she had 33 points. So yeah, that made up like half of it. But I think she also had like 3 steals and 2 blocks or something like that. Like, she was playing defense also. And that's why I was like, all right, I think we should give Fee the player of the week, because she went absolutely ballistic on these teams.
Mm-hmm.
As far as our other
Moving
one.
on to our rookie of the week. Why I gotta do my own drum roll? I did
Oh,
yours.
sorry.
You ain't
Sorry.
got but one hand. My bad. I forgot.
Look.
Rookie of the week this week is Okikiola Irafin. I love her name.
Listen.
It's so pretty.
No, I like the whole thing. Like, I think I looked it up. Okikiola means like fame. Lord, now me have to look back up, because I wanted to know what her name meant. But it means like fame of something. Hold on.
Okikiola Irafin. The whole thing is just gorgeous.
It is.
I want to hear her say it because I don't know if we put in the inflections in the right spot.
So it's Yoruba origin, and it means wealth, success. Like, you weren't made for this.
And she was.
Your parents blessed you with a name, meaning that you was made for this,
And
and
she
she's
was.
playing like it. 3 double doubles for the week. Okikiola, love her
It's
name.
so pretty.
The fact that I have one arm trying to type this is crazy.
NECA's name is pretty too. I've heard her say her name before.
Her last name, or like her?
No, her first name,
Okay.
her full first name.
Yeah.
It's really pretty too. We didn't have a game this week, but I have a game. It's a
Okay.
would you rather.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather take a charge from AT, get blocked by Asia, or run into a BG screen?
It's funny that you said this, because when I first injured my shoulder and I was on some medication to help me with the pain, I think I posted on Threads and said,
You did.
I believe right now I can 100% take a charge from AT, Jackie, or BG. I was in pain thinking about it the next morning when the medication wore off, but at that moment I did believe that I could do it. So I honestly still, because I feel pain just thinking about it, I would rather just take a block from Asia.
I think that's the easy way out. That's what I was thinking because I feel like a charge from AT, I'm going to get the wind knocked out of me. Like, I'm going to be laying on that court for 2-3 minutes trying to get my life back
And
together.
I'm gonna hope my teammate call out a BG screen.
That's all we can do is pray because I'm going to be laid out like Sonya.
Yep. Yep.
Just laid.
Yeah. So okay, so you're going with Asia and Asia block also.
Because I feel like Asia might knock me down, but I can get. I feel like I might be able to get up and shake that off.
Yeah. And
If
no,
she gonna put me on a poster, yeah,
the
I'll take
funniest
that embarrassment.
the funniest part about the AT one is the Sun Reporter had like posting was like Kiki pulled a AT on AT.
AT said not too much.
Not
At Brandon, she called him Brenda.
to
At Brenda, you doing a lot.
stick to the Sun Reported.
And then
Oh,
he said something about LOL, miss you, AT. And she said that was a serious comment. Like, I'm not playing no games with you. It's not a
miss
laughing
him.
matter.
You just miss him a little, you know. Is that it? You have any more for me?
I can think of some more.
Okay, okay.
Let me see. Would you rather take a block from Ezzy, get dunked on by Dom, or get dunked on by BG? Because she can dunk too. Ezzy gonna have to block me.
Ain't no party like an Ezzy block party is what I post every time Ezzy blocks a shot. So I'm gonna go visit an Ezzy block party before I get dunked on. Um,
Ezzy gonna have to block
well,
me. Did you
listen.
see that video from the shoot around at the
Oh,
Sun? And when Dom went up for the block, the whole team like jumped up
yeah,
with her.
the
Somebody
little,
shared that
the little
the
new kid.
ritual.
Yeah, yeah, the little ritual. That's not normal. Like for the WNBA. I mean, we have like the NBA teams who do it and stuff like that, or like even in high school, college, or whatever. But we have a WNBA player that is not afraid to dunk, and I think it's coming. The more that Noelle is playing her,
Hmm. I'm just glad it was not against us. Not that day. It was too much going on. I wasn't
you
gonna be
want to see
able to
somebody
take
shut off
that.
a game. Let us have been down, and Dom had
I would have screamed like Charlotte Pickles and turned the TV off so
phone
fast.
across the room. Customer,
So
listen,
fast.
logging off of threads because I don't want to. I don't want to see y'all replay the video. I don't want to see the
Never.
video
I don't never
reposted.
need to see it. I
No.
never need to see it.
Now you can go dunk
It would
on
have
some
been
other team. Sure.
it would have been too much for me that particular day. I just oh God, they played a dream. Not tonight either. Please, Dom.
No BG. I wish BG was playing because listen, this is
I
what
really wish BG was
somebody
playing.
asked and said. I said for them to have a dunk off to pull that back out at BG, I think Dominic Malonga would have to dunk first.
Hmm.
And then BG would pull a. I ain't thought you ain't the only one that could dunk. Like
I could see BG was sitting on the sideline suited up the other day, even though she was out. I can see her be suited up on the sideline, being like, put me in,
yeah,
put me in,
it
because
says
she not
out, but
finna
I'm
do
back
that.
in.
Put me in, because she not finna do this on us. I got
Because
her. Put me in.
I want to say BG has not dunked since like 2023. I mean, other than like the unrivaled dunk, but like
Oh yeah, she did Duncan on Rival.
for the league, I don't think she's dunked in the league since like 2023. So I think Dominique Malonga can bring it out of her.
Not
When?
tonight.
Well, I know not tonight, but when do they play again? I gotta make sure I'm there. Is it in Atlanta?
I don't think we got. Do we need to get tickets?
I will pay to see this game.
We gotta look when we get off. We
Yes,
might need to add this to.
because we do not have tickets to that game. We
No,
have tickets.
we need to try to get a Wings game and a Seattle game. I low key hate we got this
So
Sparks game because I don't care to see the Sparks.
since you're going since you have the Chicago tickets, hold on, let's wrap up the show real quick.
Are you gonna say something that's gonna make me cuss you out on this show?
Yes, yes. Anyways, thank you guys
No,
for
let them hear it.
no, no,
Let them
no, no.
hear it.
Thank you
This
guys for
might
tuning
save
in.
you because I might censor it a little bit.
Thank you guys for tuning in to this video.
She got
Um,
to piss me off.
for tuning in this week to this episode. We will see you next week to cover all of the games coming up this upcoming week.
I got something to
Um,
say.
what do you have to say?
Y'all didn't participate in our game last week.
Y'all did it.
We asked y'all kindly to participate. So that either means that y'all didn't watch it.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut it, post it, and if y'all don't comment after that,
Y'all fake.
I'm gonna be
No longer
disappointed. No, no,
cousins.
listen. I'm not mad. I'm
I'm
disappointed.
disappointed. Grandma not mad. Grandma just hurt.
Just
I'm hurting. I am hurting. I said that to say, y'all need to play this game. We're not playing them for our health. We're playing them for engagement. Want to see what y'all gonna pick? Y'all want to take a BG screen? Maybe y'all some big body business that think y'all can handle a charge from AT. I don't personally. I don't
personally,
want to put myself through that.
thinking about it, no medication makes my like body. I have
My
children, but
chest hurt trying to think about the breath coming back into my body after that.
we like to hear what you guys have to think, about it. What y'all would rather take because.
So play the games, please. Please.
But we love y'all. Toodle. Well, love is a strong word. Isn't that what Enrique said? We really like
Love
y'all.
is crazy. I like y'all.
We really
Love
like
is
y'all.
crazy. I
But
might
we'll
love
see you
y'all if y'all play
guys,
the games.
and we'll see you guys next week on next week's episode.
Bye.
1, 2,